is News 3 Now at 10.
Good evening to all of you, and thanks for joining us tonight. We are in the final stretch of this winter cold snap.
Yeah, as the week goes on, temperatures will gradually rise. Let's go right to Chief Meteorologist Gary Kinalte. He's on the backyard patio with our first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, you're right. We are starting to turn the corner, but it'll be a slow process. We won't see temperatures back to around normal until perhaps the end of the weekend coming up. Tonight, some snow is moving through much of northern Illinois and far southern and southeastern Wisconsin, enhanced by some bands of lake effect snow moving in off of Lake Michigan into far southeastern Wisconsin. You can see very little of the snow making it north of Madison, whereas it's been snowing pretty steadily through Greene and Rock counties, Walworth County into southeastern Wisconsin, some light snow through parts of Lafayette County as well. But if you look at visibilities, down to 2.5 miles in Monroe, 2 miles in Janesville. We're right along the Lake Michigan shoreline, a half-mile visibility in Milwaukee at Mitchell Field, and a half-mile visibility in Kenosha. They've had moderate to heavy snow there for much of the evening. Temperatures right now are in the single digits above zero just thanks to the cloud cover, whereas farther to the northwest, notice out toward La Crosse, temperatures are around 5 below zero with wind chills down to about 20 below zero. So the western parts of the viewing area will see the coldest of the wind chills. Wind chill advisory is in effect until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, west of Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line. Here in Madison, we'll probably see the snow come to an end late tonight. We'll drop to a low of about 2 below zero with wind chills as cold as 20 below zero. Tomorrow will turn partly sunny, but while it'll be very cold, it won't be as cold as the last few days. Our high temperature back up to 13 degrees. We'll have to wait until the weekend to see temperatures back in the 30s, but we also could see some chances for snow as well. I'll have more details in weather in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Developing tonight, crews have just cleared the scene of a fire on Madison's west side. This is on Cameron Drive. It was first reported about 7:30 tonight. Madison Fire Department says all the residents and their 3 cats were able to get out safely. With the snow and recent bitter cold, local departments are reminding everyone to clear all that snow from around their hydrants, about 3 feet all around it, just in case. There is a law in Wisconsin that you may not know about, one that allows everyday people to ask a judge to file criminal charges, even if a district attorney will not.
Tony Robinson's grandmother thinks that law may finally get her grandson some justice, and she's ready to try. Jamie Perez shares what she has in the works.
On March 6th, 2015, at 6:38 in the evening, he died on the steps at 1125 Williamson Street with 7 bullets in him.
Sharon Irwin Henry remembers her grandson's death with precision and just as much pain as the day it happened nearly 6 years ago, the day Officer Matt Kenny took her grandson's life.
18 seconds after he showed up with Brandon, the first guy he shot and killed, he was dead. 2 people in Madison, within 30 seconds of him arriving, were dead. And we allow him to be on the force.
To Irwin Henry, that fact is unacceptable, which led her to petition to get Officer Matt Kenny fired.
He lied. He justified shooting Terrell with disputed facts.
In 2015, Dane County District Attorney Ishmael Ozan decided to not file charges against Kenny.
This tragic and unfortunate death was the result of a lawful use of deadly police force.
Since that decision, new reports show statements Officer Kenny made were not backed up by forensic evidence.
If you lie to justify what you're doing, there is no justification.
Legal documents released in 2016 show Kenny told investigators he initially shot Robinson at the top of the stairs after hearing people arguing. Kenny said Robinson came toward him, he feared for his life, and shot him again. But later, Kenny retracted his statements, and the video that MPD released show Kenny's account of what happened wasn't true. A forensic pathologist wrote, the downward trajectories of the gunshot wounds suggest several possibilities, none of which are consistent with the description provided by Officer Kenny. A forensic scientist also described how Kenny's statements were inconsistent with what they found, leading Irwin Henry to believe that every reason Officer Kenny used to justify the shooting never actually happened.
If we cannot get the help from the city, we are asking for the help of the people. Come with us in this, because all I want you to do is see the truth.
Irwin Henry's efforts are backed by Greg Golumbuk, the founder of Madison's community response team.
His storyline about what happened is false. And the shooting was, it appears clear that the shooting was not justified.
Vice Chair of the Madison Police Civilian Oversight Board, Shady Kilfoy Flores, is open to the suggestion as well.
I do support the case being looked at again. I think some new evidence is now available, and I think that that our community deserves to know the truth.
Erwin Henry says she plans to meet with Ozanne one more time to see if he's willing to look at the case again to fire Matt Kenney for perjury.
I'm not asking you to make a decision based on what I say. I'm asking you to make a decision based on what the evidence says.
According to Wisconsin statute 968.02 subsection 3, Erwin Henry can take it to a judge to decide if there is probable cause to believe Officer Kenney committed an offense. Criminal defense attorney Stephen Hurley said although Erwin Henry has the right to do this, perjury cases can be tough.
What's difficult with perjury cases is that perjury requires you to show that somebody intentionally lied while under oath. Showing somebody else's intent is always a difficult thing to do.
In the family's civil case against the city, Judge James Peterson said Kenney's credibility is questionable and wanted him to stand trial, but that never happened. The family settled for $3 million, and Officer Kenney is still on the force. Erwin Henry is hopeful that through widespread community support and years of investigating the evidence herself, that she can uphold the burden of proof.
We are community, and we got to do this together.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
Jamie reached out to the Madison Police Department, the Police and Fire Commission, and the city attorney, who all said they would not comment on this matter. The district attorney never responded to our request. MPD does have a code of conduct relating to perjury that states members of the department are required to be truthful. This regulation prohibits perjury, withholding of evidence from a judicial proceeding, false public statements, untruthful statements made within the department, and any other misrepresentations.
Next at 10, Mercy Health plans to reschedule vaccine appointments again this week. The hospital says for the second week in a row, it has received 0 vaccine shipments. Mercy Health has had to reschedule about 1,000 appointments. There are patients who are expecting their second dose will get those as planned. Hospitals make weekly requests for the vaccine, and the state allocates and ships it. State and county health officials have confirmed 405 new cases of COVID-19 in the past day. 4 more Wisconsinites have died. In the past 24 hours, coming off the weekend, more than 2,000 people have been vaccinated. That is far below the daily average. About 4% of the state's population has now completed their series of vaccine shots. More than 12% have gotten at least 1 dose.
This week sets the stage for some very important decisions coming out of the Capitol. It is a jam-packed calendar, especially tomorrow. The Senate has more than 20 bills to consider. The Assembly, a handful of its own, many of which are left over from last session that was cut short. All that will happen hours before Governor Tony Evers unveils his budget proposals, which will include things like legalizing marijuana and accepting federal money to expand Medicaid. Tomorrow is spring primary election day here in Wisconsin. On the ballot, the only statewide primary for state superintendent of public instruction. Another primary on the Republican side is for the 13th Senate district. That was the seat previously held by Scott Fitzgerald. Polls open at 7 a.m. and they will close at 8 p.m. Following the acquittal of former President Trump, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is moving on to the next steps. Today, she announced Congress will create an independent commission to investigate the January 6th domestic terrorist attack on the U.S. Capitol. This idea is gaining bipartisan support.
A special enrollment period for uninsured Americans to buy health insurance opens today. Open enrollment for benefits under the Affordable Care Act runs each year in November, December, but President Biden signed an executive order last month that opens the exchange on healthcare.gov for another 3 months. And President Biden will participate in a virtual G7 event on Friday. It's his first meeting with leaders from the group of 7 nations as president. The White House says President Biden will specifically focus on the coordination on vaccine production. And the president coming to Wisconsin tomorrow. It is his first official trip as commander-in-chief. He'll take part in a CNN town hall at the Pabst Theater in downtown Milwaukee. President Biden expected to discuss the pandemic and the economy. The town hall will air on CNN tomorrow night.
More local news now. The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is trying to help the Sun Prairie School District move forward following a controversial school assignment about slavery that caused a lot of backlash and then a back and forth of words with the YWCA. CEO Michael Johnson says he met with the school superintendent today to offer advice moving forward. His advice includes hiring an independent auditor to vet current diversity training, creating a community diversity board, issuing an apology to the YWCA, and more.
I think he has to do a better job communicating what they're going to do to address this issue. And I think he has to surround himself around the right people that can advise the district to ensure that these kinds of incidents don't happen again.
Johnson said the district was responsive to the suggestions. Earlier this month, the Sun Prairie Area School District called the assignment a grave error in judgment, apologized, and placed teachers on administrative leave.
And new tonight, after 6 years on Atwood Avenue, Threshold Community Space is closing at the end of March. A room of one's own bookstore will be moving into that space, securing a 20-year lease with an option to renew after that. A downtown Madison stable for 46 years, the independent bookstore is moving locations due to plans for a new high-rise development. It'll move locations in May and June with hopes of opening in June. Still to come tonight, how quickly we can expect temperatures to rise this week. But first, doing something good. We'll tell you about a lifelong friendship that formed between two women through an unlikely connection. Stay with us.
Fusion has it all. Modern styling, spacious interior, plenty of power. Even help to inspire confidence. Ford Copilot 360. NHTSA 5-star overall crash rating. 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. So while life is full of compromises, Fusion isn't one of them. Get Flex Buy on 2020 Fusion with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $4,000 cash back.
Menards has the best and brightest ideas for lighting your home. Explore our lighting showroom and get the update you're looking for in any room. Find your style with over 1,000 options with Patriot Lighting. Add a sophisticated look with the Chantel Collection. The chandelier is just $124.99. Or choose an industrial style with the Steel Collection. This 6-light island light is only $179.99 during Menards Race to Savings Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Introducing the 2021 Lexus ES, now available with all-wheel drive. With 27 all-wheel drive models, you no longer need to escape the winter. Lexus all-wheel drive, crafted for confidence.
Lease the 2021 ES250 all-wheel drive for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey folks, a new vaccination site opens up Tuesday morning. We'll tell you where.
And who's hungry for poochkies? We'll be in the kitchen whipping some up for Fat Tuesday. We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. A new car in the U.S. will cost you more this year. According to Kelley Blue Book, new vehicle prices are nearly 5.5% higher than a year ago. That's an increase of more than $2,100. Blue Book analysts reported that the average price for a light vehicle was more than $40,000 last month. British automaker Jaguar is saying goodbye to gasoline. The manufacturer says its entire product line of vehicles will be electric within 5 years. Jaguar is now the largest legacy car maker to commit to all-electric vehicles following Bentley and Rolls-Royce. The company says its entire supply chain and operations will achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2039.
The pandemic has made the past year tough on all of us, but for two women, one from Madison, one from another state, looking back on the year, they have nothing but gratitude. Madeline O'Neill shares their message.
Dear donor, in a time when human connection feels fleeting, whatever words we can send carry a lot more weight. I don't have adequate words to thank you for all you have given me. Especially when so much could have been taken away.
The doctor came in and her face was just ashen.
The grim diagnosis for Madison's Christine Kappel, leukemia. Her future, a blank page.
They were like, you've got about 6 weeks to live if you do nothing.
But a stranger states away had already done something.
It really just was a blood draw. What it did for their family was so much more than that.
Heather Pelican of Colorado donated her marrow to Christine after serendipitously signing up for a transplant registry at a festival.
I was elated.
That could have been the end of their story.
I had the blood cells to share.
But these two had more to share. How do I thank you for something of this magnitude? That's tough to do, especially when in that first critical year after the donation. UW Health Transplant Coordinator Karen Kranz explains the donor and recipient can't exchange personal information.
Having that person-to-person contact could complicate that.
So Heather and Christine's families kept it simple.
Thank you for your selfless gift.
Passing reviewed notes through Karen and the team. I have been truly blessed with your gift.
It doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's very special.
Their words, the building blocks of an unexpected friendship.
It was just so grateful to hear how grateful they were.
Until a year passed, and they could get to know the pen pal they'd each been referring to as their twin.
It was hard to wait, but it was worth it.
Christine was overjoyed to see Heather brought another life into the world.
She's teething.
Just as she'd given her new life.
It was just gratitude every single day. Thankfulness. Just appreciation.
Days filled with more meaning by an unlikely connection.
It's just a crazy, crazy, beautiful, wonderful miracle.
In Madison. Peace and blessings to you, my incredible donor. Madeline O'Neill, News 3 Now.
Once it is safer to travel and meet face-to-face, Christine and Heather say they'd love to meet in real life as well. We have information for how you can take a couple minutes to sign up for the Be the Match registry. That's on our website.
A rare winter storm is wreaking havoc on the south. The beaches of Galveston, Texas are now covered in white. And then this afternoon, about 95% of the city had no electricity. The Electric Reliability County of Texas is managing the flow of energy throughout most of the state. They turned off power in response to a statewide power shortage triggered by high usage after the storm. A state of emergency has been declared in Texas.
And that is something they just are not used to down there, Gary, and we're kind of getting tired of this cold up here. We've had enough, and hopefully some warm-ups by the weekend, right?
Well, it's the bitter cold that has pushed the storm track down to the south, and that's why Texas and the deep south are getting hit tonight, and eventually that storm will move up the east coast. But for us, it's been mainly the cold and a little bit of snow. Still have an alert day in the forecast overnight into tomorrow morning for the bitter cold. Could see wind chills as cold as 25 below zero for our western viewers, but also some light snow southeast of Madison will make roads slippery with temperatures this cold. Salt just really doesn't work. Right now, temperatures above zero here in Madison, but not by much. Milwaukee at 8 degrees, but to the north and west, skies are either clear or partly cloudy, and temperatures have already fallen into the teens to near 20 degrees below zero. You factor in the winds, we're seeing wind chills now in some cases down to 30 below zero or colder across parts of Minnesota and Iowa, where wind chill warnings remain in effect. Wind chill advisories in effect north and west of a Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line for wind chills down to 25 below zero for our western viewers. But to the south, it's snow. Some light snow into far southern Wisconsin. Heavier lake effect snow bands really pounding the lakeshore areas from Milwaukee southward into Racine and Kenosha counties, and then down into the Chicago area where over a foot of snow is a possibility, with lighter amounts inland from just the main part of the storm system. But the visibilities tell the story. Half-mile visibility at Mitchell Field, Milwaukee. Half-mile visibility visibility at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. That's moderate snow. Midway Airport and Waukegan Airports in northeastern Illinois reporting less than a quarter-of-a mile visibility and heavy snow. And winter storm warnings in effect from Milwaukee southward into Chicago. Winter weather advisories for the lakeshore areas as far north as Sheboygan. And then winter weather advisories back into parts of western Illinois, and winter storm warnings farther to the east. In fact, we'll widen out the view, and you can see those winter storm warnings going to much of New England. In fact, ice storm warnings are in effect for parts of Kentucky, Ohio, and into Pennsylvania and southwestern New York State. And then more winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas. So, I mean, it's just, again, probably the one saving grace for us is the fact that the main storm track is just far enough south because of the push of cold air pushing the jet stream down. But even there, you know, the upper level winds have become southerly enough to bring at least some snow into far southern Wisconsin. And of course, the northerly winds off of Lake Michigan, bringing those lake effect snow bands right along the Lake Michigan shoreline. You can see how the air kind of piles up. Northerly winds here, northeasterly winds here colliding. And that's why you have that heavy lake effect snow band in just a narrow path right along the lakeshore area. But eventually the snow will move out and we'll start to see some sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. Wind chill advisories in effect until 10 a.m. tomorrow west of Platteville to Lone Rock to Wisconsin Dells line. Look for a low tonight of about 2 below zero in Madison. It'll be colder out to the west of us and some light snow, maybe an inch or two south and east of Madison. For tomorrow, the snow will end. We'll turn partly sunny. High temperature will get back up to 13 degrees. That's still 20 degrees below average. On future track, you can see the snow moving out tonight. Then for tomorrow, we'll see at least some sunshine mixed in. Tomorrow night, we'll clear out. That will allow temperatures to drop to about 7 below zero. And then we're back up to about 16 on Wednesday. We'll see some light snow perhaps on Thursday. Again, any snow accumulations mainly south and east of Madison of an inch or two. 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures start to rebound, but it'll be a slow process. Could see some light snow southeast of Madison Thursday. Some accumulating snow Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. Some light snow Monday afternoon. And then a mix of precipitation toward the end of next week. So there's the trade-off. We warm up, but then we get back into the storm track.
All right, Gary, thank you. And check out this video from the state of Oregon today. The roof on the Safeway in Troutdale collapsed this morning while employees and customers were inside. The good news, no one was trapped and just one minor injury was reported. Firefighters say the weight of the snow on the roof likely caused this collapse, and they say there was likely no warning ahead of time.
Just ahead in sports, the Bucks were ice cold in the first half against Oklahoma City, while Giannis compared the hoop to a pop bottle. Zach will explain. Sports is next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry all-wheel drive.
President's Day deals are on. Get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry. Hurry in. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
There's a splash of surprise in every Wisconsin Lottery scratch game. Introducing 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100 times the cash. The newest multiplier family of games with prices of $1, $2, $5, $10, and $20. The bigger the ticket, the bigger the multiplier. With top prizes of up to $200,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Brought to you by the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, helping veterans, elderly, and disabled neighbors in need.
100. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4.
Tuesdays should be taken seriously. That's why we need Seriously. We chop seriously and shred seriously. And it's why every Tuesday you can get a large made-to-order pizza for just $10. Seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays. Even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or being the only pickup on Car and Driver's 10 best list. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
During the Ram President's Day event, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,750 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Right now, the Badger men's hockey team is feeling pretty good about themselves. Wisconsin is 5-1 in their last 6 games, and this weekend they're hosting a team they already swept. But don't think Tony Granato is overlooking the Irish, because he's not, and neither is his team. On the road, Notre Dame is a different animal. They're 7-1 away from South Bend this season, and after being swept by Minnesota on Friday and Saturday, they'll be coming to Laban a little upset.
They didn't score a goal this week, and you know that they're going to be, trying to put this weekend as their signature weekend of the season. So, and that's the thing, again, we said it last week after the Minnesota series is, okay, that's fun and dandy and everything was good, but man, we got a big weekend coming up.
The Bucks closed out their 6-game road trip with a 5-point loss to the Thunder on a night where Milwaukee couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the first half. At halftime, they had a total of 41 points. While in the third quarter alone, they put up 40. So what happened in the first half? Well, think of the basket like a pop bottle with a cap on.
Have you ever get a soda bottle, and with that has the cup, in the top, and when you open it and you drink, and then you have to close it? That was the rim today in the first half. He had the cup, nothing was going in.
Duke freshman Jalen Johnson is opting out of the rest of the college basketball season and will declare for the NBA draft. Johnson, who played 2 years of high school ball at Sun Prairie before transferring, averaged 11 points and 6 rebounds per game this season as a Blue Devil. After averaging 27 points and 12.5 rebounds last week, the Big Ten named Imani Lewis its co-player of the week. The award is the first of her career, and Lewis is the first Badger to take it home since 2014. The Badger wrestling team closes out the regular season with a huge test, with #1 ranked Iowa coming to the Fieldhouse on Sunday. As of now, the duel is on. The Hawkeyes paused team activities back on February 8th, but their 7-day pause ended today, and they returned to the mat. Now, if it happens, Coach Bono knows it's a great opportunity to show the wrestling world what his team is made of.
It's an opportunity to wrestle the #1 team in the country. It's you can only ask for an opportunity, and when you see opportunity, how do you seize it? So it's another life lesson here on Sunday to wrestle the #1 team in the country and go show everybody what you're capable of doing.
That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
If he keeps talking to you like that, you should just dump him.
Still a traffic jam, just better views. Still your to-do list, just getting more done. Still packing up, just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Right now, get $4,250 cash allowance on this 2021 Silverado. Plus, eligible GM credit card members get an additional $1,000 in bonus earnings. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
I want to have $1 million when I retire.
Oh, great goal.
So where do I start?
Well, first you set up automatic transfers into savings. That can add up pretty quickly.
For me, working on putting $1,000 into an emergency fund got me in a good saving habit.
Already on it.
Then put together a plan to get rid of debt and maximize your investments. You know, Summit helped me do.
Oh, that's great. I love how Summit gives people the knowledge and confidence to go after their goals. It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
Every year, thousands of Wisconsin residents make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. So News 3 Now and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund would like to thank all who donated to our Week of Warmth. Your generous gifts of warmth will directly help your neighbors in crisis. For more information about the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, visit kwwf.org. Week of Warmth for the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, sponsored by Viridian Homes.
This is one of the biggest furniture events of the year, the President's Sale at Slumberland. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around on all sorts of furniture. And right now at our President's Sale, everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
It's time for the Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store. To celebrate, we're offering $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on Ford F-150. With deals on America's workhorse, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before February 15th. For a limited time, get $1,000 President's Day cash on a 2020 Ford F-150 for $7,250 in total value. Celebrate during the Great American Sales Event going on now.
Have a nice day.
I'm going to. And you've dealt with that, right? Every day, News 3 Now investigates.
Finally tonight, a suburban Nashville man surveillance camera captured a pretty scary incident this weekend as he pulled out of his driveway. And, you know, trucks, they're not really supposed to travel this way. The truck started sliding down the road. It's hard to tell from the video, but that road clearly covered in a sheet of ice. He says he actually slid down the entire street about 150 yards, somehow managed not to take out anything, any mailboxes. I was watching those mailboxes and trees to see if he was going to hit it. He didn't hit anything. He says he did learn one lesson. On the way home, he parked at the bottom and walked up to his house, or maybe skated up to his house. That is creating quite a mess down there. For us, it's just really cold weather, Gary.
Yeah, some snow south of Madison right now, but for the most part, I think we'll see accumulations less than an inch. Wind chill advisories for our western viewers overnight.
All right, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, stay warm, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.